Welcome back once again, Maple Grove Swim and Dive fans. Tonight's meet is Maple Grove against Andover. This will be the usual JV varsity meet with 24 events. First of which for us is the boys 200-yard medley relay junior varsity. Andover will be in lanes 2 and 4, Maple Grove in 3 and 6. In 3, it's Evan Olson, Vadyat Deepak, David Fuchs, Miles Wilson, and, well, that'll be it for Maple Grove, just lane 3. Andover is in 2, 4, and 6. Again, boys 200-yard medley relay junior varsity. Once we get a time check in, we should be ready to go. Announcer right now is telling us to make sure that we're quiet before all starts. So those of you watching at home, when the race is about to start, you need to be quiet. We're just one heat today for the 200-yard medley relay. Andover placed second in our relay meet here earlier this year. Maple Grove came in first. So it should be a good meet. As I said, we're just doing our final time check on the clock here. Here we go. Backstrokers will enter the water. The medley relay, each swimmer swims 50 yards of a different stroke. So we'll start with the backstroke. And we're off. Evan Olson from Maple Grove looks like he's out in the lead, but it's pretty tight with all 4 lanes here. Evan touches in first in lane 3. He will be passing off to Vadyat Deepak. Looks like Andover's Owen LeBeau in lane 4 has pulled ahead slightly. He's going to pass off to Benjamin Chambers. Chambers is in the water. Here's Deepak right behind him. We're into the breaststroke now. After that, it will be the fly. And then finish up with freestyle. Chambers pulling out to a commanding lead in lane 4. Deepak in second in lane 3. And Peyton Lean is trying to catch up in lane 6 for Andover. Andover's first team here in lane 4. Pretty strong lead. Chambers will pass off to Higgins. Next swimmer in the water from Maple Grove will be David Fuchs. Lean has pulled Andover into 3rd place. There goes Fuchs. We're into the fly now. My opinion is the fly is the most difficult stroke out of all of them. You have to get the kick exactly right or it just doesn't do you any good. Andover's second swimmer in lane 6 here. 3rd swimmer, sorry. He's managed to hold his lead. That was Titus Doyle. He's passing off to Cody Lehman. Lehman's going to try and keep Andover in 2nd place while Miles Wilson of Maple Grove in lane 3 tries to catch him. Andover does take first in lane 4 and second in lane 6. Miles Wilson comes in third place in lane 3 with a time of 2:41.21. Andover's C team with Zion Theory pulls up in fourth place in lane 2. That will conclude the 200-yard medley relay for junior varsity. Now we're on to the boys' 200-yard medley relay for varsity. Maple Grove in lanes 1, 3, and 5. In lane 1, it's Brady Kuplak, Hudson Peterson, Zach Ruhr, Jonathan Gleniani. Then it will be Gabe Jimenez, Daniel Shear, Jacob Engler, Benjamin Pay in lane 3. And then in lane 5 will be Alex Pickens, Eris Liu, Luke Martin, and Adam Munneke. Backstrokers are in the water. Alex Pickens in lane 5, one of the captains for Maple Grove. And they're off. Good start for Gabe in lane 3. Gabe's a very strong backstroker. He's quick into the turn. Looks like second place is a fight for second place between Andover in lane 4, Alex Pickens in lane 5. Gabe passes off to Daniel Shear. Daniel with breaststroke here. In lane 5, Eris Liu pulls Maple Grove into second place. Big lead in lane 3 for Shear. Liu has pulled up ahead into second place, but he is being challenged by Tucker Jaworski of Andover. Jaworski and Liu are even coming in. Looks like Liu's going to touch in just slightly ahead. Third swimmer for Maple Grove in lane 5 is Luke Martin into the fly now. First place right now is Jacob Engler, another captain, lane 3. Maple Grove should take first in this race fairly easily. Question is, can we get second in lane 5? It is Dylan Smith against Luke Martin right now. Munneke in the water in lane 5, as is Jackson Boarding. For Andover, it's going to be Boarding and Munneke to see who can come in second and third here. Slight lead for Boarding with a good turn. Looks like he's pulling ahead. Maple Grove does take first in lane 3 at 1:48.71. Andover will get second in lane 4, 1:57.08. 1:57.6 for third place for Maple Grove in lane 5. And Maple Grove's last team with Jonathan Gleniani pulls into sixth place in lane 1 at 2:09.08. So first and third place for Maple Grove, and that's a good race. We'll be on to the 200-yard freestyle for junior varsity. Maple Grove in 1, 3, and 5 with Dion Yoshi, Mateo Vadya, and Lucas Rasky. Andover in 2, 4, and 6. Again, this is 200-yard freestyle. One swimmer, 200 yards. Mid-distance race. And we're off. Quick start for Rasky in 5, as well as Dion Yoshi in lane 1 for Maple Grove. Rasky pulling ahead in lane 5. He's first into the turn. Yoshi second in lane 1. Maple Grove's third swimmer in lane 3, Mateo. It's right there as well. Maple Grove in all 3 top spots right here after the first 50. Rasky, Mateo, and Dian into the wall. First, second, and third in 5, 3, and 1. It's a good, strong JV race from Maple Grove. Rasky was first into the wall there, but Mateo had a great turn. Pulls ahead in lane 3. At the halfway point, still Maple Grove in all 3 spots. Mateo has pulled ahead in lane 3. Nice turn by Rasky as well. He's not giving up on the idea of first here. He's out to a strong start, but's faded a little. Mateo's an 8th grader, one of many good young swimmers for Maple Grove. He just keeps chugging along. He'll touch the wall solidly in the lead in lane 3 at the 3/4 mark. Should be an easy cruise to the win for Mateo. Lucas will come in second, coming into the last 50 here. Dian Yoshi in lane 1. He's got a hold on third. He can hang on to it here. That'll be a clean sweep for Maple Grove in all 3 spots. Last 25 for Mateo. Rasky makes his turn for his last 25. Mateo's going to try and sneak this in under 225. He should make it. 223.78. Rasky's going to touch in lane 5 at 227.9. It looks like 4. Sorry. Diving board's in my way here. Yoshi will indeed come in 3rd place in lane 1. Clean sweep for Maple Grove's junior varsity at 240.84. So good strong start to this meet for Maple Grove. And we will be on to the 200 varsity here. Titus Bondryer was in lane 4 for Andover, their first swimmer to touch the wall there, 248.28. So again, Maple Grove will be in lanes 1, 3, and 5. This will be Luke Martin in 1, Thomas Botkin, captain, in lane 3, Connor Elfstrand in lane 5. Andover will be Magnuson, McPherson, and LeBeau in 2, 4, and 6. Botkin would be the favorite in this race. Good start for Elfstrand and Botkin. Botkin into the wall first, Elfstrand second, and Andover's McPherson right there with Elfstrand for 2nd place. Strong lead for Botkin, second in the wall. There's Elfstrand, McPherson right behind him. Maple Grove's 3rd swimmer, Luke Martin in lane 1. Luke's a freshman. He's holding on to 4th place right now. Elfstrand building on that 2nd place lead now. Halfway point for Botkin. He's got a half pool length lead on McPherson. Should be an easy 1st place for Maple Grove at this point. Elfstrand continues to build his lead out over McPherson. But the rest of the field's not going away here in chase of that 3rd place spot. Three-quarters mark. Botkin's still well ahead. This should be an easy final 50 for him. Elfstrand will hopefully hang on in his final 50 here to take first and second for Maple Grove. Third place looks like McPherson, but we'll have to see in this last 25. Bodkin turns to touch. McPherson's going to give Elfstrand a run for his money here in the final 25. Bodkin touches for first at 1:54.19. McPherson does pull ahead into second place. He will touch at 2:01.83. Elfstrand 2:02.73 right behind him. First and third place for Maple Grove in the 200-yard freestyle varsity. So now we're going to go on to the 200 IM junior varsity. This is where the one swimmer swims all 4 strokes. For Maple Grove in lanes 1, 3, and 5, it will be Evan Olson, Brady Kuklak, and Andres Chaplin. Olson's an 8th grader, Kuklak's a 9th grader, and Chaplin's a 7th grader. Andover in lanes 2, 4, and 6. So they start with fly. Kuklak's out to the slight early lead ahead of Taylor Mackey of Andover. Good turn by Kuklak. Third place right now looks like it might go to Evan Olson in lane 1 for Maple Grove. But Owen LeBeau in lane 6 for Andover. He's hanging in there in 4th place. Into the backstroke now. Kuklak building on that lead. LeBeau is pulled up into 3rd in lane 6. Good turn by Brady in 3. Slowly pulling away from Maki in lane 4. Now they'll be on to breaststroke. LeBeau does pull up into 3rd in lane 6. Maki making up a little bit of room on Kuklak. Heading into the last 50 here soon. Kuklak maintaining that lead. He will touch and head into the freestyle. 2.5 body length lead. It's going to be tough for him to catch Kuklak here. We'll see what happens. Tough to make up that much distance in a freestyle. 25 to go here as Brady touches the wall. Shouldn't be a problem to keep first place here. Take first in JV in the 200 individual medley for Maple Grove. Brady touches in lane 3 at a time of 2:35.02. Taylor Mackey for Andover in second place in lane 4 at 2:38.63. Looks like they will also take third place with Owen LeBeau in lane 6 at 2:49.25. Maple Grove's Evan Olson comes in fourth place, lane 1, 2:56.45. And we are waiting for our last 2 swimmers to finish up. Looks like it will be Wilkerson in 5th in lane 2 for Andover. And Andres touches in 6th in lane 6 at 3:20. Sorry, while we adjust our camera here a little. All right, folks, now we're on to the varsity version. Same place, same race, different name. Boys 200-yard individual medley varsity. This will be Daniel Shear in lane 1 for Maple Grove, Benjamin Pay in lane 3, and Alex Pickens in lane 5. Alex is one of our captains this year. Ellis, Maki, and Rutkovich in 2, 4, and 6 for Andover.
Take your mark.
And they're off. I don't know about Andover, but I would not bet against Benjamin in this race, or any race for that matter. Ben's a freshman. He's also a club swimmer, but he's pretty fast. Ben is indeed in first place in lane 3. He's into the wall and in for his backstroke now. Andover is chasing him in lanes 2 and 4 with Ellis and Maki. Ben swimming along nice and smooth. He'll touch at the halfway point into the breaststroke. Doesn't look tired at all. Ellis still in second and 2, Maki in third in lane 4. Pickens and Rutkovich slugging it out in 5 and 6 for fourth place. But Daniel Shear also not going away. Daniel's a strong breaststroker. He's trying to pull up into third here. He's got a shot if he can catch up to Maki. Ben into the freestyle for the last 25 or the last 50. Ellis touches in lane 2, second place. Maki in fourth in lane 4. Here comes Daniel. Can he pull up into third for Maple Grove? Half pool length lead for Ben. He will cruise into first here. He will pull in first place at 2:05.74. Ellis will take second in 2:12.16. Third place is Maki of Andover, and Alex Pickens sneaks up into fourth place at 2:19. Looks like 43. Again, I apologize. Those last two spots are obstructed by the diving board a little bit. So now we're going to have 3 heats of the 50-yard freestyle. This will be Andover for the first heat in 2, 4, and 6. It's Peyton Lean, Lucas Iblings, and Zion Theory.
Take your mark.
And again, this is the first of 3 heats. Andover brings a lot of swimmers, so 50 is a good race to let a lot of these JV guys get out and get some racing experience. All right, That finishes up the first heat of the 50 for JV. In lane 1, the winner was Peyton Lean. Now this will be heat 2. Miles Wilson of Maple Grove will swim in lane 1. Otherwise, we're 2, 4, and 6 of Stafford, Doyle, and Tuckenhagen for Andover. Miles is a 7th grader. This is his first year swimming. Can already see some improvement. Andover takes first, second, and third in 6, 4, and 2. Miles comes in at 39.22. So now we're on to the last heat. This will be Jeremy Kelly in lane 1 for Maple Grove, Edgar Sordet, and Hudson Peterson in lane 5. So 1, 3, and 5 of Kelly, Sordet, and Peterson of Maple Grove. And then it's Ziegler, Rude, and Widmark for Andover in 2, 4, and 6. Quick start for Rude in lane 4, but Edgar's right there with him. Rude's going to try and hang on to the lead. Edgar's going to try and take it from him. He will not succeed. So, Rude takes first in lane 4. Sordet in second place in lane 3. And Ziegler of Andover, third place in lane 2. Now we're on to the 50 for varsity. This will be one heat. Maple Grove's Adam Munneke, Eris Liu, and Gabe Jimenez in 1, 3, and 5. Noah Scherger, Maximus Quigley, and Jackson Boarding in 2, 4, and 6 for Andover. Big start for Gabe Jimenez. He's first into the wall. Eris is there as well. This one's going to be tight. Looks like it's going to be Maple Grove in 1, Andover. No, Gabe took it. Gabe takes it in 5 at 24.74. Second place, Eris 24.84. And Andover, Maximus Quigley in third place in lane 4 at 25.04. So Maple Grove takes first and second in the varsity 50. Now we're going to be on to the diving competition. I do not have dive cards for these teams, so we will mute the broadcast, but you can watch as the guys dive. I will get you a score as soon as we can get one updated. All right, so we're back. We're just finishing up the Chuck-a-Duck here, and then we'll be back into the races. Swimmers will do a quick warm-up. We'll get the lane lines back in place, and then we'll be on to the 100-yard butterfly. We'll start with JV and go to varsity for races 11 and 12. One heat each. Getting that last lane line in place. They'll move the diving board. Swimmers will warm up. We should be underway soon. Hopefully we'll have a score for you quickly. Here go the warm-ups. Looks like we have a score posted. It is Maple Grove 42, Andover 36. So slight lead for Maple Grove. Just finishing warm-ups here. Then we'll be on to the 100-yard butterfly. This will be one heat each for JV and varsity. The officials are signaling the swimmers out of the pool for warm-ups. Should be underway with our race shortly. All right, swimmers are on the deck for the 100-yard JV butterfly here. This will be Maple Grove in 1, 3, and 5. That's Edgar Sordet in 1, Adam Munike in 3, Lucas Rasky in 5.
Take your mark.
Rhett LeBeau and James Van Giem in 2 and 4 for Andover. Looks like Munike's out to a lead to start. He will touch first and then bookended on either side by LeBeau and Van Giem of Andover. Adam is a freshman. And currently battling it out with James Van Giem in lane 4. Rhett LeBeau has fallen back a little bit in lane 2. So here we come for the final 25. Monake's going to try and hang on to that lead. Looks like he should have it. It looks like it will be Van Geem and LeBeau in 4 and 2 for second and third. 1-11 even for Monarchy. No, there's a little bit of a time issue here. Looks like we had a pad failure there. Monarchy clearly came in first in lane 3, so we'll probably adjust that time in a minute here. So now the varsity version, same race. Zach Ruhr in lane 1 for Maple Grove. Gabe Jimenez in lane 3, and Jacob Engler, one of our captains, in lane 5. It'll be Smith, Quigley, and Bobby in 2, 4, and 6. Gabe Jimenez gets out to a first place start. Looks like Maximus Quigley in second place, but Engler is pushing him in third here. Also Dylan Smith in lane 2. Still looks to be Jimenez in lane 3 for first place. Engler and Quigley touch at the same time. Dylan Smith trailing in lane 4 and lane 2. This one's gonna go first place to Jimenez in lane 3, 101.34. Second place, Engler takes third place, 102.41 in lane. No, Engler did get it in lane 5 at 102.10. Third place to Quigley, 102.41. So Maple Grove takes first and second in that one. Zach Ruhr, 113.01 in lane 6. So here we go with the 100-yard freestyle junior varsity. We'll have 3 heats here. First heat is entirely Andover, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It'll be Thury, Iblings, Lehman, and Molinar.
Take your mark.
Cody Lehman looks to be in the lead here. Lane 4 for Andover. Again, JV 100-yard freestyle. Would like to give a shout out to our volunteers, especially our timekeepers. For those of you who haven't been outside lately, it's pretty cold outside, but it's very hot in here. And as a timekeeper, you spend a lot of time getting splashed. So it's always fun to go outside wet into these 0-degree conditions. So do want to say thanks again to the timekeepers for helping us put this meet on. Need 12 of them at every meet, and can't do it without them. Lehman will pull into first place in lane 4 here at 123.25. Lane 2, Zion Theory, 126.40. Lane 5 at 128, looks like 32, is Thomas Molinar with Lucas Iblings in fourth at 133.59 in lane 3. So now we're going to our second heat, 100-yard freestyle JV. Miles Wilson of Maple Grove in lane 1, Aaron Edelman, lane 3. And then it will be Wilkerson and Bobendreyer and Kivig in 2, 4, and 6 for Andover. 100-yard freestyle is down and back twice, each pool length being 25. Titus Bobendreyer first into the wall in lane 4. He is followed by teammates Wilkerson and Kivig in 2 and 6. Edelman and Wilson even in 1 and 3. Looks like Edelman will pull in ahead. Bobendreyer in 4 into his last 25 here. Easy lead. Shouldn't have any trouble taking first here over teammate Owen Wilkerson in lane 2. Third place looks like it's going to go to Ryan Kivig in lane 6. So Bobendreyer does get it. Lane 4, 1:12.26. Wilkerson, 1:15.28 in lane 2. Kivig pulls in at 1:21.15. Maple Grove's first swimmer looks like will be Aaron Edelman, who will touch in lane 3 at 1:36.14. And Wilson finishing out the race, 5th place, lane 1, 1:41.24. Final heat of the 100 JV 100-yard freestyle. It's going to be Landon Locker, Dean Yoshi, and Mateo Vadya for Maple Grove in 1, 3, and 5. Jaworski, Andersland, and Higgins in 2, 4, and 6 for Andover. Last JV heat. First place at the wall in lane 2 is Tucker Jaworski, Andover. And battling for second and third are Andersland and Yoshi in 4 and 3. Looks like Andersland with a great turn is going to take first place in lane 4 from teammate Jaworski in lane 2. Yoshi trying to hang on to third, but now in 5 and 6, we've got Mateo and Higgins coming up there. They're going to challenge. Jaworski and Andersland fighting it out. It looks like Andersland in lane 4 will take it, 59.06, 59.92 for Jaworski. Yoshi does take third at 1:07, and then at 1:07.12, teammate Mateo Vadya touches in lane 5. 6th place for Maple Grove, Landon Locker, 1:11.22 in lane 1. So now we're on to the 100-yard freestyle varsity. We're going to have a special guest for the 500s here. It'll be one of our captains, Alex Pickens. We'll get to Alex in just a minute. This is Luke Martin for Maple Grove in 1, Ben Pay in 3, and Eris Liu in lane 5. Strong lead for Ben, lane 3, nice turn. Second place right now is Maki in lane 4 for Andover, but right behind him is Eris Liu, who looks like caught up there for a second with a great turn. It's going to be an easy win here for Ben. Looks like Maki will take second. Yep, Maki will take second place. Will we get third here? Yes. Third place goes to Harris Liu in lane 5. Ben takes it at an even 50. And we are going to be on to the 500-yard freestyle JV.
Like I said, we're going to welcome Alex Pickens here. Alex is one of our captains this year. Alex, you've been swimming the entire time, haven't you, since 7th grade?
I've been swimming since 7th grade, so yeah.
Now, you're a club swimmer too, right?
Yeah, I've swam at Lifetime Swim every year since 7th grade.
Okay, great. All right, so we're into the 500 here. This is the JV version. This is David Fuchs, Zach Ruhr, and Jeremy Kelly in 1, 3, and 5 for Maple Grove. These guys don't usually swim the 500.
Yeah, for a lot of beginner swimmers, the 500 is scary, especially because it's twice as long as every other event.
Now, every time I have somebody up here for the 500, I ask them, how do you swim it? And I get all sorts of different opinions. You've swam a lot of 500s.
I sure
So
have.
how do you pace yourself and set your race up?
Personally, people don't like the answer, but it's practice. And it's not practice at practice. It's practice doing it at the meet. So if you swim it like twice every year, you have to do it in a meet scenario to find your pace. And then every time that I get done, I tell myself, could I have gone faster? And if I could have, then the next time I do it in a meet, I go faster.
So what's your pace? How do you set up your race for this?
So I've been doing it for a while, so I kind of know what my my splits for the 50 are. So Connor usually boards for me, Connor Elfstrand, and I'll tell him, hey, keep me at a 33 or below for the 50. And if I go above 33, he'll shake it, or if I'm right at like 32, he'll hold it still. I can't, because you can't see the clock when you're swimming, so it's his responsibility to keep me in line.
Do you like to start out fast and settle in? Do you like to hang back and then charge hard? What do you like to do?
The first 50 is like, it's really hard to explain. It's just like, it's like a 50. And you don't really find your pace until maybe 150 yards in, because your first 50 is always the fastest off the blocks, but it's the next 350s where that's when people start to find their pace. So you can look to the guy's net, see while you're breathing, and be like, okay, I don't want to lose that to that guy, so I got to keep up with him, or yeah.
And how well can you see the other swimmers around you?
Usually I can only see the guys right next to me.
Okay.
And sometimes it's hard because like you're so in the moment that you can't tell, is that their arms or their feet, so you don't know, like, yeah.
So what you said, Connor usually boards for you. How do you pick the person who's going to board for you?
Usually for me it's always been a friend, but it's just someone I trust. Anybody could really do it. I've just always picked Connor because me and him hang out a lot, so he's always like right there next to me. So
I hear you saying is Connor is the most trustworthy kid on the team.
He's pretty trustworthy, but he lies a couple times, so we're all human though.
Okay, all right. So right now, Andover looks like they're in first. This is in lane 4 with Taylor Maki. Zach Ruhr is right behind him in lane 3, and then on the other side of him in lane 5 is Jeremy Kelly. So, of course, I talked to Zach before this, and he was a little nervous about swimming a 500 because he's usually a 200 and under guy. Did he talk to you at all about pacing for this?
He did not.
Okay.
It's something. Yeah, it's a really hard event because it's not one you can really practice either at practice, because nobody says, hey, let's do like 10 500s today so that way we can make sure we get better every time. They say, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, even I don't like to do it.
So we mentioned this briefly again. What do all the board signs mean? The shaking versus the upside down and all that.
So everybody tells their person boarding different things, but the standard I've seen is if they hold it still, they're holding their split. So like if I say I want to hold, say 32 to 33 seconds, and I go like a 32.5, they'll hold it still. If I go maybe a 33.1, they're going to start to shake it lightly. Side to side, usually you don't see it as much, but I'll tell them if that's my technique is really bad, keep up the kick or whatever. Upside down is if you're going 3 seconds or 2 seconds faster than your desired time. That's come on, get it together now. Usually they do it towards the end too, around 15, 17, sometimes 13.
Okay.
That's just to say, Connor has told me, you were holding your pace the whole time, but you could go faster. I could see it. So sometimes they trick you into thinking you're going slower just to make you go faster.
Okay. So what is it? One of your favorite events here, or?
Man, it's a love-hate relationship, to be honest. When I get done with it and I get a PR, I'm like, man, that's awesome. But then it's the time between after warm-up up to the event where it's man, I gotta swim 500 yards. And then you add up the numbers, I still have 3 other events. So Thomas today is swimming 850 yards of in the meet, which that's a lot. So
Yeah. So I'm going to pick on Zach a little. This is the second meet in a row he's lost his cap. What's going on with that?
I have no idea. You might have to, if it's a cap he's been wearing for a while, they like to get loose just from wear and tear. It could be his hair. Maybe he's using some fancy conditioner and it's just super slippery. He strikes me as that kind of guy.
So who is your who's your best friend on the team? Would it be Connor because he does the boarding for you, or?
I can't really say. I don't really have one. All the boys are awesome from all the grades. It's just whoever I'm with at the time. I don't think I have a bad experience with anybody, to be honest.
Okay, all right. And how is it this year, coaching-wise? What's the feel like for you with Carone out this year and Lindsay and Blake taking over?
It's a lot different, especially because all the years I've swam, there's always been Coach Carone. But Coach Lindsay, Coach Blake, and recently Coach Osborne have really stepped up. And as a captain, it's kind of eye-opening for us. Hey, we need to be the 5th, 6th, and 7th coach here. You know what I mean?
Okay. Zach looks like he's going to come in first from Maple Grove, second in this race here. He is going to pull in second place in lane 3 at 6:42.50. And it looks like third place goes to Jeremy Kelly in lane 5 at 6:40. I'm having a hard time reading that because of the board. Looks like 6:47.19 maybe. Okay. So how is that for a time for a first or second timer?
I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
To be honest. My first time swimming it, I think I went high 8 minute, maybe 8:45 or something.
Okay.
And the first time you do it, you're thank God it's over. But then the second time you do it, you're why are they making me do this again? I got 8.5 minutes on it. It's, like I said, it's a love-hate relationship.
Aren't you saying thank God it's over every time you're done with it?
Oh, after any event, obviously, just the stress is always it builds up. Looks like they're getting Zach's cap right now. That's funny.
Somebody's
getting
gonna,
2 people's caps.
somebody's going to have to.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go on to the varsity version of this. It's going to be Hudson Peterson in lane 1, Thomas Botkin, one of your co-captains, in lane 3, and then Jonathan Gliniani in lane 5. So that will be McPherson, Magnuson, and Staley in 2, 4, and 6 for Andover. Andover's a pretty tough team, aren't they?
Maybe Connor's really good at boarding because he's boarding for Thomas again.
Really?
Yeah. Thomas did ask me, and I'm like, I gotta do this interview, and to make this look good.
Now, would you say Thomas is probably all around the strongest swimmer on the team this year? He's certainly the biggest.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh!
Almost false started there.
So what counts as a false start? Hitting the water or?
It's technically, it's if they press the button and your feet are not, or the light goes off and your feet are not on the block. So you
Okay.
can do take your mark and go before they say go, but as long as your feet are on the block when they press the button, you're good.
Well, it
The
looked
trick
like
is though, is that if you're pushing off before they say go, they could say stand please, and then if you fall in, then it's a false start.
okay.
So Thomas kind of caught himself there, but he doesn't seem to be having a problem anymore.
Okay. Looked like a couple of swimmers might have almost false started there.
Yeah. Thomas, I know Thomas was, when the meet lineup came out, I was sitting next to him in math. He was thinking about it all day, but he came to the pool today and he was like, I'm ready. It's time.
Okay. So what do you do to psych yourself up for 500 yards of swimming?
I just think about the end, to be honest.
Okay.
It's really, so we'll do a lot of 200s in practice. And when I swim 200s in practice, I take it 150 at a time. So when I jump in the water and swim, I'm just like, okay, just one more 50. And then what pushes me even more is when I see that number get bigger.
Okay. So for someone who's been around this team for a long time, who's one of the more exciting young swimmers you've got?
A lot to choose from. I know Daniel. Daniel, I think he's a freshman this year. He looks pretty good. Hudson Peterson, that kid's pretty good too.
Okay.
There's a lot of them.
I think at the last home meet we did, Ben swam a 50 in 22.97, which for
Oh, that's right. I forgot. How did I forget about Ben?
well, because I heard you say earlier you don't care for him much at all.
No, I didn't say that.
Why are you winking?
No, don't make me look bad. Come on.
Yeah, Ben swims at what? Aquajets? Is that it?
I think that's what
Okay.
he is.
So what's the big difference for a club swimmer versus a non-club swimmer? Is it just the reps?
It's just having the pool experience year round definitely helps. So what I'll do is, I didn't swim year round this year, but I came back to Lifetime about 2 months in advance. So that way I'm in shape already, and then working on building myself up even before captain's practice of the season.
okay.
Just time in the water, you figure things out. So that's what you'll see. It's just time in the water. You get a feel, get a grip.
Okay. Halfway point here, and Thomas has got a half pool length lead, so cruising pretty good here. I told your mom I'd give you a hard time because I remember a few years ago I used to coach you in baseball,
That's right.
and then you stopped playing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wanted to do swimming.
Well, some people do two sports at once.
Yeah, but I'm a busy guy. I got work now. I should have came back to baseball. It's pretty good, I feel like, but.
So you're going to be graduating this year. What are your plans after that?
I'm thinking I'm not really thinking. I'm kind of wanting to go to Montana State for engineering.
Okay.
That's probably where life will take me after this.
Okay. Well, what kind of engineering do you want to do?
Right now, I'm thinking electrical, but about a year ago, I was thinking chemical engineering. So give it another year, and we'll see where I end up.
Okay. Thomas is at his 3/4 point here. Again, bigger than a half pool length lead. He's going to cruise to a win here. Any predictions on where you think his time will come out?
I know he was trying to hold 31, 32s, which I'm pretty sure is about a 520, 515-ish.
And what's
Trying to see his split off the wall.
what's the record time
Yeah.
here for?
The record time here is by Jadson Brown. He was on our team for in 2021. He showed up and then he showed us.
Yeah, he's at the University of Minnesota now,
That's
isn't he?
right.
Yeah.
He got the school record and the pool record, which is not very common. So even Daniel Baltez in the 100 free only has the school record, but not the pool record.
But in
Getting
the-
both is impressive.
In the 50, Daniel has both.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking
Yep.
at the 100. But yeah, I think the only kid closest to that right now would probably be Ben P. Just because he's a freshman, and he already has a faster time than pretty much everyone on the team. So
well, here
it'll be
comes
something to watch.
here comes Thomason for his final. You were picking 5:20, you said?
Yep.
He's going to beat that. He's going to come in first place 5:16.46.
It's pretty good.
Looks like second place here is probably going to go to. Well, is that going to go to Maple Grove here? No, it looks like Andover will take second in lane 4 with Taylor Mackey. It's really easy to lose track after a while with who's in which lane and what lap they're on. Third place for Andover in lane 2. That is Aiden McPherson, 5:47. So Thomas smoked the field pretty well here.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is after this, you're just like adrenaline is running through your body, and the last 200 that's the hardest one because
Okay.
you're so close yet so far.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Alex. I appreciate
Yeah.
you coming up here for us. And
I got to give a quick shout out to my grandparents though.
Go ahead.
Grandpa Tom and Grandma Brenda in Texas. See you guys soon.
all right,
Yeah.
great. Thanks a lot, and thanks to the grandparents for tuning in.
Yep, that's right.
All right, thanks, Alex.
Yep.
All right, that was Captain Alex Pickens, who was helping us out during the 500 there with the interview. 500's a long race, and it's always nice to be able to interview someone in the meantime to get their point of view on the race as we go. So first place in that one goes to Maple Grove. Took fourth place as well in lane 1. That went to Hudson Peterson with a time just under 6 minutes. Maple Grove's final swimmer was 6th place Jonathan Gliniani in lane 5. Now we're going to be on to the 200-yard freestyle junior varsity relay. This will be Andover in 2, 4, and 6. Maple Grove in 3 and 5. Aaron Edelman, Andres Chaplin, Landon Locker, Miles Wilson in 3. And it's Vadyat Deepak, Mateo Vadya, Jeremy Kelly, and Evan Olson in lane 5. 200-yard freestyle relay. So every swimmer here does 50.
Take your mark.
And they're off. Quick start in lane 4 for Tucker Jaworski. He's out to the lead in lane 5. Aaron Edelman, second place for Maple Grove. He's followed closely in lane 6 by Matthew Higgins. Andres Chaplin into the water. Maple Grove in lane 5. He's going to try and hold on to second place here and hold off Oliver Woodmark of Andover in lane 6. Big lead in lane 4 for Andover. Jeremy Kelly in the water for Maple Grove. Andover has taken second place in lane 6. Ben Chambers in 4, cruising along in first place. Kelly going to try and take second place back from Ryan Kivig in lane 6, and he's doing it. Last swimmer from Maple Grove in lane 5, Evan Olson. Evan's going to try and catch Taylor Maki here. Maki in lane 6, going to try and hold him off to keep second place. Titus Bobendreyer is going to come in first place here in lane 4. And Maki will hold off Olsen. Maple Grove takes third place in lane 5 at 2:03. Maple Grove's last swimmer in lane 3 is Miles Wilson. Miles will touch in fourth place at 2:30.53, lane 3. Next up is the varsity version of the 200. Lane 1 for Maple Grove, Lucas Brasky, Edgar Sordet, Christopher Osborne, Dean Yoshi. Lane 3, Connor Elfstrand, Alex Pickens, who we just talked to, Luke Martin, Thomas Botkin. Lane 5, Jacob Engler, Daniel Shearer, Adam Munnicke, and Gabe Jimenez. 2, 4, and 6 are the lanes for Andover. Updated score, you can see on our scoreboard there, Maple Grove 70, Andover 56. Maple Grove pulling slightly ahead.
Take your mark.
Looks like Maki in 4 for Andover, slightly ahead of Elfstrand and Engler. They will pass off to Pickens and Shear here, holding on to second and third, trying to catch up to Matthew Higgins in 4. Higgins passes off to Oliver Woodmark. Sorry, got the wrong race here. It's Quigley passing off to McPherson. McPherson building that lead in lane 4. Last swimmer for Andover in lane 4 is Rogan Ellis. Maple Grove's Gabe Jimenez in 5, Thomas Botkin in 3. Gonna try and catch him. I think they're gonna be out of luck here though, as Andover looks like it will take this race. Maple Grove will take second and third. That's first place at 1:37.41 to Andover. Second place, 1:40.36 in lane 3 for Maple Grove. Third place, 1:40 and change. Maple Grove in lane 5. And then Maple Grove also takes 6th in 1:53.78 in lane 1. So now we're on to the 100-yard backstroke for JV. Landon Locker in lane 1, David Fuchs in lane 3, Andres Cheplin in lane 5. Handovers Molinart, Doyle, and Whitmark are in 2, 4, and 6.
Take your mark.
Looks like Cheplin had an issue with his eye, so he had to back out there. First place off the blocks here. Quick lead for David Fuchs. In lane 3, Fuchs is an 8th grader for Maple Grove. Titus Doyle pulls ahead with a good turn. But Fuchs is still right there. 100-yard backstroke. So this is down and back twice. Fuchs and Doyle even into the wall. Looks like a little better turn for Doyle. But Fuchs is pulling ahead in the straightaway here. Fuchs still has the lead. He should take this here in lane 3. See if he can sneak in under a minute 20. It's going to be close. Minute 22:47 for first place. Second place, 1:23.86 to Doyle. Handover in third place in lane 6. It's 1:30.53. Maple Grove's Landon Locker comes in fourth in lane 1 at 1:35.94. So we're going to be on to the varsity version of this 100-yard backstroke. Brady Kuklak, Alex Pickens, Jonathan Gleniani in 1 and 5. Widmark, Tuckenhagen, and Staley 2, 4, and 6 for Andover.
Take your mark. Relax. Take your mark.
Almost had a false start there for Alex. Saved himself though. Looks like Pickens has an early lead, but Kuklak's right there. Swimming hard against Tuckenhagen in 4 for Andover. Nice turn by Pickens. Very nice turn. Gives him almost a body length lead. Again, another nice turn for Alex. Pickens under the wall for the last 25 in lane 3. Tuckenhagen in 4 right behind him. Then it's Widmark and Kuklak in 2 and 1. They're going to fight for third. Widmark had the lead, but it looks like Kuklak might take him here at the end. We'll see. Oh, he does not. So first place for Pickens at 1:04.39. Fourth place at 1:09.73 for Kuklak, who just missed Widmark by 0.18 of a second. In third place. But that's another first for Maple Grove. Never hurts in the scoring. 100-yard breaststroke, JV. Aaron Edelman in 1. Evan Olson in 2. Vidyat Deepak in 5. Van Giem, Ziegler, and Widmark
Take your mark.
in 2, 4, and 6. Oh. Had a false start there for Edelman. Got a couple of these now.
Take your mark.
Quick lead for James Van Giem in lane 2. Followed closely by teammate Antoine Ziegler in 4. Maple Grove's first swimmer here is third place Evan Olson in lane 3. Ziegler and Geem are 11th and 9th graders for Andover. Evan Olson is an 8th grader. Widmark, lane 6 for Andover, in 4th place. And Deepak and Edelman in 5 and 1. Looks like the two Andover teammates are going to fight it out. 1:18.74 and 1:18.83, pretty close between Van Geem and Ziegler, but Van Geem will take that one. Here comes Evan Olson. And at 1:35 even in lane 3. Woodmark in 6. At 1:40.28. Maple Grove second swimmer will come in first place in lane 1 in 5th place. It's 1:54.85 for Edelman, and Deepak at just under 2 in lane 5 for 6th place. So event 22 will be the varsity version of the breaststroke. Not that the stroke's any different, just the swimmers are a little higher skill. Jacob Engler, captain in lane 1 for Maple Grove. Daniel Shear in lane 3. Connor Elfstrand in lane 5.
Take your mark.
And they're off. Looks like Elfstrand and Shear were off to a quick start. Right there is Logan Ellis, Andover in lane 4. Shear pulls ahead. Daniel's one of the better breaststrokers on the team. They're dead even at the turn. Halfway point, here they go. Elfstrand fighting it out for 3rd place with Rutkovich. Dead even again. Final 25. Shear and Ellis. Ellis appears to have a slight lead. Can Shear take it from him? Looks like Ellis is going to touch in first in lane 4. 105.95, 106.80 for Shear. 111.23 for 3rd place for Rutkovich, and Connor Elfstrand comes in at 111 and change in lane 5 for 4th place. 5th place goes to Jacob Engler, Maple Grove, in lane 1 for 113.73. So now our last 2 races, the 400-yard freestyle. First one's the junior varsity. Maple Grove's only entrance in this will be Vadya Deepak, Landon Locker, Dean Yoshi, and Andres Chepeling in lane 3. After this, it'll be the last race, varsity 400-yard relay. So each swimmer in this does 100 yards of freestyle. A lot of these races, or a lot of these meets come down to this final race. So there's a lot of energy with it. We'll hear teams start cheering pretty hard about halfway through when they can recognize who they think's going to win. quite know what we're waiting for here. Looks like one of the officials is over at the timing table. Might have an issue over there. Could be we had a disqualification on one of the races too. Timing table is right beneath our scoreboard, so it's just out of camera view for those of you at home. Natives are getting restless on the pool deck. I think these kids are ready to go. Well, as soon as we know anything, I'll let you know, but it may just be that we just start the race and go from there. You can hear that slapping sound on the, or what sounds like slapping. Your instincts are right. It is slapping. A lot of these swimmers, for reasons I can't quite understand, love to sort of slap each other and themselves before these races. They claim it loosens up their muscles. I just think it looks like it hurts. Hopefully we'll go any minute now. All right, looks like whatever it is all worked out. And here we go with the 400-yard freestyle junior varsity. Maple Grove in lane 3. Deepak first in the water. Each swimmer, as I mentioned, swims 100 yards here. Deepak appears to go third into the wall. He will come down here and touch and pass off the landing locker. Actually, it looks like Osborne will be next in the water. Kind of a last minute sub. 400, second to last event. Deepak touches in, and Osborne is off. Osborne is a junior and our main diver. A lot of times he'll swim some JV events. One thing's for sure, he's always going to have a nice entry into the water off the blocks. He has pulled up into third place easy here. Looks like he will pull up into second place. Swimming really strong. And I'm going to guess by the end of this last 50, he's going to have the lead. Although in lane 6, we've got Noble Anderson. It looks like he's pulled up into first. Osborne spaded a little, still holding strong in third place. Second swimmer for Andover in lane 6 is Titus Doyle. And then right behind him is Oliver Widmark in 4. Maple Grove's Ian Yoshi into the water in lane 3. Andover's lane 4 team, Oliver Widmark comes back up into first place, passing up teammate Titus Doyle. Deepak right behind him in third for Maple Grove. Deepak trying to challenge for second place over Titus Doyle. They hit the wall at the same time. Deepak trying to take second place here. He will pass off to Chaplin quick. Does indeed move into second. Chaplin in. Fourth swimmer for Andover's Mason Chambers. Cruising in first here for Andover in lane 4. Braden Stafford coming into his last 50. Andres has pulled up into a strong second. He's swimming very well, second place here. Should have, though he's behind first by half a full length, he shouldn't have any trouble taking second place here for Maple Grove. First place does go to Andover at 4:36.80 in lane 4. Andres is going to sneak in probably under 4:50, 4:49.65 in lane 3 for second place. Andover's team comes in, lane 16 comes in third, 4:59.06, final team 5:03.88 in lane 2. So we're on to our 24th and final race of the night. This is the varsity 400-yard freestyle. Maple Grove in lane 1, Hudson Peterson, David Fuchs, Jeremy Kelly, Brady Cooper. So right now it's 91-81, Maple Grove Andover in the final race. Lane 3, Ben Kay, Eris Liu, Connor Elfstrand, Thomas Botkin, and then Zach Brewer, Edgar Sordet, Jonathan Gliniani, and Lucas Rasky in 5. So Maple Grove's going to want to take first and hopefully third at minimum in this race.
Take your mark.
Ben Pay sets off to a blistering pace in lane 3. Ben charging way ahead in lane 3. Andover has second and third place here in 4 and 2. Fourth place as well in lane 6. Zach Brewer along in fifth in lane 2. Strong lead for Ben in 3. He is passing off to Eris Liu. Edgar Sordat in lane 5. Maple Grove second swimmer there. Half a pool length for Eris. Connor Elstrand will be next after him. Edgar swimming hard in 5, trying to pull Maple Grove up into 4th place. Still a big lead in lane 3 for Maple Grove for first place. Here goes Connor Elstrand. Andover has second and third in lanes 3 and 2. Sordet passes off to Gleniani. You can hear the cheering coming now. Gleniani swimming hard against Staley here, trying to take third place away, 4th place. Jonathan was out in the beginning of the season with a broken foot. Last swimmer for Maple Grove, and that is Thomas Botkin. Botkin coming up to his last 50. Ellis Rogan in 4 is pushing Botkin, but he's not going to catch him. Botkin's going to take first here for Maple Grove in lane 3 at 3:31.52. Second place to Andover in lane 4 at 3:36.84. Andover will take third in lane 3. 3:51.70, and they'll take 4th place in lane 6. Raski touches in 5 to finish out 5th place for Maple Grove at 4:09. And Maple Grove's last team of Peterson, Fuchs, Kelly, and Kupok finishing up in lane 1 here. Kupok in for the last 50, the last 100. finish up. And we'll try and get you a final score. Keeping in mind the score before this before this event was 91 Maple Grove, 81 Andover. Maple Grove took first place. So it's going to be a tight one. At this point, we'll hold on for a score. Looks like 99-87. That's a win for Maple Grove. Congratulations to Andover for giving us a good race. But Maple Grove remains undefeated in dual home wins this year. Well, thank you for everyone for tuning in.